So Making the Cut is back. Season 2 premieres July 16th on Amazon Prime. I watched season 1, was a fan, watched most of season 2, binge through it. It's amazing. There are phenomenal designers. It's full of excitement, twist, turns, of course, amazing fashion, and I cannot wait for the world to meet Gary because we love him. Heidi, what made this season so special?
What makes season 2 so special? Just that it's even on. It makes it already very special because we didn't know if we were going to be on. Well, number one, if we were even picked up for a second season. You know, there's so much that people can watch right now. So, you know, that they did stream us a lot meant we get to be here again, hopefully with many more years to come. But then, you know, we got the green light to go ahead, then the pandemic came, and then we pushed it another month. I mean, we were supposed to do this already in the summertime of last year, and then we did it at the end of the year. But we were just, hallelujah, happy that we could even do it. You know, it was definitely unusual. It was definitely different because we, you know, like every other production or work, you know, everything with the, social distancing, not being so close. We had to do numerous testings. You know, everything just takes a little slower. Each mic bag, I mean, every little thing needs to be wiped and washed if someone holds. I mean, you know, you've seen it all. What it entails to try and keep everyone healthy. You know, but other than that. You know, we have these amazing new crop of talented people, you know, 10 people from around the world, Australia, Colombia, India, Poland, America, France, you know, Australia, from all different places. So these people is what makes it different. You know, it also is different that we couldn't travel this year. So I think, you know, the creative hat was even a bigger hat maybe than in years before, because it had to be, because we didn't want to let all those people down that fell in love with Making the Cut. We also don't want to let the fashion industry down, or the designers that are, you know, putting their life into our hands, because, you know, also they had an established business before, and they also don't want to make fools out of themselves, so they, you know, they give their life in our hands. And so, you know, I think we did everyone justice to, you know, make a beautiful show again in a pandemic, in one spot, and it looks like a movie. You know, I mean, just talking about how, you know, beautifully this was filmed. You know, you look at this and I feel like I'm watching like a movie in a big jumbo screen somewhere. So we're all very proud of it, and we're humbled and happy that we actually got to do this one more time, you know?
Yeah, and looking at it, you honestly, besides you guys, obviously the disclaimer that it was shot in a fashion bubble in Malibu, you cannot tell that it was shot during a pandemic. It was so good. I love it. Your show also touches on the fact that, you know, COVID and the pandemic really impacted the fashion industry. How do you think the fashion industry is bouncing back right now, Tim?
Well, Emily, I'm a little ambivalent about what's really happening, because on the one hand, we want to nurture and foster these up and coming brands and the smaller labels, because they're so important to us and they keep things alive.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we know that the larger brands have more staying power and more agility.
More staying power?
Yes, but that's it, Heidi. You're absolutely right. Because they do have deeper pockets. So we're hoping that we, being Heidi and me in the industry, that this is good for fashion, and that this will help recoup a lot of what the pandemic just snuffed out. I mean, it's really been tragic. Heidi was saying earlier, she was talking about all the stores that have closed. And it's not just this industry, it's really every industry. And hopefully we'll have a great rebounding economy and things will bounce back, and young designers will flourish again.
Yeah. Switching gears a little bit, it's summertime. Heidi, you post the best pictures on your Instagram, specifically bikini pics. What is your trick or your number one tip on how to take the best bikini picture this summer?
I think you have to do a lot. So when you see one you haven't seen the hundreds that I took to get that one. I think that's what people have to wrap their head around as well. We all have good and bad angles, and you don't always see it in one shot. So I think you need to have a lot. You need to have a lot of photos, and then you can go through them and, find the one that you like yourself best in. I also happen to have, my family with me, and my husband is slowly but surely trying to steal Rankin, who's my favorite photographer. He's trying to steal his job. Now he's snapping away, which I love. It's so much fun, when he's like, yeah, baby, look at me here, it's so funny. But I think the key is to do a lot of photos, so you have a lot to choose from. And sometimes you think, oh, this is my chocolate side, my best side. It might not be, you just have to play around with it. And then, you can always delete what you don't like. And then you just pick that one that's your favorite one.
Exactly. No one has to see the bad ones. And since it's summertime, do either of you guys have a motto for the summer that you are trying to live by? A lot of people use hot girl summer, but what would your motto be?
Mine's stay cool.
Stay cool. Okay, good one, Tim.
What did you call it? The hot girl summer?
A lot of people, Meg Thee Stallion coined the term hot girl summer, and it's just about feeling good and doing whatever you want and embodying the best summer for you. So what would your motto be, Heidi?
I feel like that's been my motto always.
Oh, okay.
I always try to have the best summer. I think, you have to, at the end of the day, feel good for you. When you look in the mirror, it's not about what size or what this or that. You have to be happy with yourself, whatever that may be. So when you look in that mirror, you're like, yes, I love myself, however, which way that is. And you should always have fun. And especially with the last year, we know how fast it can end. You have to always make every time the best time, because you don't know if there will be another year next year. So I always try to live by that and always have fun and listen to music, dance. I mean, I think I danced more since this pandemic, because I think also when I was filming for 3.5 months in Germany, and Germany had a really hard time over the winter. We were locked down. I mean, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't even walk anywhere, so there was nothing open. It was just the beyond lockdown it was. So for me, it was dancing. I had the music up. I was dancing in my hotel room, dancing with my kids. I got even my husband to dance. That kind of got me through it a little bit. So for me, it's maybe let's dance through the summer.